We're here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bring news just for you. It's Friday, June 13th here in Seoul. I'm Song Yujin, and a big warm welcome to News Generation. Joining us today is Park Ki-yoon.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us, and Chen Kim.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. So, as you know, Friday is when we explore topics that resonate with young people around the globe. Now, tomorrow, June 14th, marks World Blood Donor Day, a global campaign led by the World Health Organization to raise awareness about the importance of voluntary blood donation. So, to mark the occasion, today on NewsGen, we are going to talk about blood donation. For example, what motivates people, what myths surround it, and how the experience varies across countries. So, starting off, Cherin, what exactly is World Blood Donor Day, and why was this specific day established?
Yeah, it's a special day to appreciate people who donate blood. They donate blood to help others, so it's really kind of sincere and brave and kind thing to do. And as you know, even with all our medical progress, we cannot make blood. There's no machine for it, and only human beings can do. So it is irreplaceable by ChatGPT or AI in this day. So I think it's a kind of really meaningful action to donate blood to everybody else. So yeah, it's the only human beings can do with their hearts.
No wonder we have a dedicated day for all the blood donors around the world. So Kyu, now I want to ask you, how much involved would you say are young people when it comes to blood donation? Do we have any numbers or figures?
We sure do. Taking a look at age distribution of blood donors in Korea last year, the MZ generation accounted for 52%, so well done to all of us. And to take a deeper look at the percentage, let's take a look at the screen. The graph shows blood services statistics provided by the Korean Red Cross in 2024, followed by MZ generation accounting for more than half in terms of blood donation age group, was those between 16 and 19 accounting for 19%, those in their 40s at 17%, 10% for those in their 50s, and 2% for 60 and over. So I think one reason to explain the numbers is perhaps because younger people are, I guess, healthier and more energetic. However, unfortunately, the number of blood donors has decreased by 25% over the past 10 years. It's reported the lowest level since related statistics were first published by Statistics Korea in 2005. And the main reasons are declining birth rates and an aging population, which have reduced the number of people eligible to donate blood. And also there's a widespread perception that donating blood is kind of scary,
right?
Especially those who are scared of needles or just seeing a lot of blood in front of their eyes.
So you just mentioned that over half, as I remember, 52% of blood donors were those in their 20s and 30s. So let's find out whether that holds true for us here in the studio. So starting with you, Kyun, have you ever donated blood?
Yes. Two times, yes. So once in my 20s and once in my 30s. The first time I went, it was very frightening, obviously, because any kind of first experience is, kind of like frightening and nervous. But I did go with my model friends, so I felt a lot of comfort because knowing that if I did pass out, which no one really does, I would have someone to help me out.
Yeah.
But much to my surprise, it didn't last very long. It finished in like less than 30 minutes. I felt fine.
Really?
I felt actually happy in the end to be able to contribute and to do something very helpful and useful to help someone in need. And the second time was a walk in the park. As I was acting all casual because I did it once. It obviously didn't take very long. And I also received a free movie ticket.
Yeah.
Plus like a convenience store voucher of around approximately 5,000 won. So, I mean, it's a gift they give you for what you've done. But overall, I think it was a great experience. Just knowing that I actually did something voluntarily to help someone in need. So, I think talking about donating blood is another sign for me to go very soon. Very soon.
Very soon?
Very soon.
Okay.
Before I hit my 40s.
Well, please share your experience.
I will do.
Okay, so far Kyun has donated blood 2 times. Now, if you're wondering why are we getting movie tickets or vouchers after we donate blood here in Korea, we will talk about that very, very soon. But now I want to ask you the same question, Cherin. Have you donated blood before?
Yeah, for me, yes and no at the same time.
Why?
Because I did go to donation center to give blood. However, I failed. because there's a health requirement, and especially my weight requirement at the time was slightly lesser than the standard, so it didn't meet the requirement. So I finally failed to donate the blood. However, I felt a little bit disappointed because I cannot do it, but I feel kind of really grateful because it reminded me that they really care about my health and donators' health. So I was worried about what if my health is not going good with this donation, but I feel, it can be safe. I don't have to worry about it. So I think that's a good experience. So I will try in the future again.
So you're willing to try again?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so we're now going to zoom in on how blood donation works here in Korea, because as Kyun briefly mentioned, Korean donors often receive small tokens of appreciation. So starting off, can you explain what this is all about?
So in Korea, selling blood is prohibited. And it became illegal in 1981. So blood donors receive small tokens of appreciation, sometimes even movie tickets, like I mentioned. And it's a win-win situation, doing a good deed and getting to see a movie for free, of course. Some people even donate blood just to enjoy the snacks provided. But the snacks aren't just it's not kind of a kind gesture. They help replenish calories, support red blood cell production, and restore the fluids lost during donation. In addition to snacks, donors can choose gifts like from convenience store vouchers or even towels.
Right.
But of course, the types of gifts given vary depending on the donation center.
And it's very heartwarming that they not only take care or put into consideration the health of those who receive blood, but also the health of donors as well. Then Tanya, I'd like to ask you, I think a lot of people might be curious, where does all these donated blood go? How are they used?
Yeah, in Korea, when you donate blood, you can get a donation certificate. So if you have it, you can receive a free blood transfusion, and you can also transfer or donate your certificate to others or even to an organization. So this can help people who need blood often, and like leukemia or blood cancer patients like that. One donation can certainly help many other people. So it is really worth it and meaningful, and it's a powerful way to care for others.
Right, it is definitely a meaningful action that can change or even save the lives of some people. So far we focused on the blood donation culture here in Korea. Now for a broader perspective, after the break, we'll be joined by a millennial from Pakistan. We'll be right back.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search our channel Arirang News. Click Community and leave a comment down below. Make a new type of news with us.
Welcome back. Joining us this Friday is Mushtaq Majid, a millennial from Pakistan. Welcome to the show, Majid.
Hi, Eugene, and thank you so much for having me. Hi, Gihun, and hi, Chenny. So good to see you guys.
Great to see you. So, Majid, we'd first like to ask you, I asked the same question to our panelists as well, but have you ever donated blood before, either in Pakistan or in Korea? And if yes, how was the experience? And if not, we want to ask you, what kind of made you hesitant?
Well, actually, I did donate blood once in Pakistan, and I hope to donate again, and I make it too, as Gihun, twice in Korea too. So I donated it in 2013 in Pakistan. So when I was in my college days, I grew up with all the myths and fears, you can't donate blood, and or it's gonna be really painful, or only maybe very chubby or a bit very healthy people can donate. And I was really scared. But when I was in my university, I joined a community service club, and they talk about, they blot out all the misconceptions, about blood donation, and we attended a seminar. And then, it motivates me like, yeah, Majid, you can do that. So, on the D-Day, I went to the blood donation center. And of course, just like Gihun, I was really scared too. And they were my friends beside me. And I called my dad, I'm going to donate my blood. And he was proud. He was like happy. And he was like, son, don't worry, he's going to be fine. And yeah, after I donated the blood, I was, really fine. And yeah, I hope to now donate in Korea one day.
Kudos to you, Majid, for being a blood donor, just like me. Now, how is blood donation generally perceived in Pakistan? Are there a lot of people interested in it?
Well, I should talk about two things. First of all, if it's really an emergency situation, or if there's catastrophic condition and then we need blood, the whole country or a particular region needs blood, people will go beyond everything and they will donate blood as much as they can, because it's in part of our religion. It says that if you save one person life, it means you save the whole humanity. So people go and donate blood. But still, if there's no emergency situation, or if it's not your family member or something, voluntarily not many people actually go. And I was reading some statistics that only 90% of the blood that is donated come from family members. So there's still, a lack of awareness that people should voluntarily go and donate bloods too. But now the things are changing. For example, just like a few months ago, our government has launched virtual blood donation bank, and donors can actually call and they can donate blood. And if you want to receive blood, if you need blood, you can actually call to the helpline and you can receive blood too. And today is BTS birthday, and I would really want to talk about how BTS Army in Pakistan is changing the whole perception and culture of blood donation. The young people, and just like in Korea, like 52% MZ are donating blood. In Pakistan to young people, MZ people, and especially the BTS Army, they are literally changing the way blood donation is being perceived. They organize blood donation drives. There's a community, Purple Project Pakistan. They organized in 2022. They organized a blood donation drive. Also, the community organized on Suga birthday, on Jungkook birthday in 2023. Also, so the things are changing very fastly, and I hope that more not only young people, more like older people too will start donating bloods too. Not only the MZ ones, more youth in 30s and 40s, they can donate bloods too.
Yeah, thank you for your response and really detailed response. Thank you. And here's the final question, Majid. What do you think can motivate more people, especially like MZ generation like us in Korea, to take part in this kind of donation?
I would think about three things. Number one, purpose. Not many people know that how important it is to donate blood. They would just think it as just a medical act. They don't know, like Cheney was saying, one unit or one pint of blood can save many lives. And I was reading like up to 3 lives. So people don't know that. I hope that we should talk, they should know more about purpose, and we should talk about it on news channels, on programs and different things, that it's really important that you are actually saving life. For example, when I donated blood, right after that, I was feeling so happy, just like Ihun, that I actually helped someone. And maybe I actually saved someone's life. So we should talk about purpose also. The second thing, we should admire people who donate blood. So for example, like, BTS Army, when they donate blood, when they organize these blood donation drives, they talk about on social media, and seeing them, more and more army starts joining because they make it look admirable and responsible act. So I hope that we should talk a blood donation as a act of a very admirable act and responsible act too. And lastly, as in Korea, you guys get movie tickets. I hope, of course, people don't donate blood to get rewards, but still, as a token of appreciation, I hope that in Pakistan too, we should start giving them some sort of movie tickets or some coupons. Or for example, in Korea, we have 1365, the volunteer community service portal where you get points. I hope that we can have a system in Pakistan where you can get certificates or points if you donate blood. So these kind of actions can motivate, and I really hope that as I was seeing the data that the blood donation numbers are going down. I hope that soon, and because of the Arirang program, the numbers will go up and higher.
Hope we can see those figures going up. All right, Majid, thank you so much for your time today, and hope you have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, and you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So I think you also mentioned this, Kyung, but as Majid mentioned as well, it's kind of pitiful that we are seeing the number of blood donors going down. So I think that this part of our discussion might help. We're going to bust some common myths and misconceptions about blood donation, some of which may be stopping some people from giving their blood. So we'll run through a few and talk about whether they're fact or whether they're fiction.
So in the past, there was a perception that donating your blood could harm your health. However, the amount of blood drawn during donation is a maximum of 400 milliliters, which is less than the reserve amount our body stores. And since a donor's health is a top priority, various tests are conducted beforehand, like Cherin mentioned before, to ensure the individual is actually fit to donate. This screening process also serves as a basic health check for the individual, allowing donors to gain insight into their own health. Therefore, there is no need to worry that blood donation will harm your health. It's all a myth and perhaps an excuse not to actually become a donor, because once you find out, once you actually go to the donation center, it's very easy, and once you come out, you feel so refreshed and actually proud of what you actually did. So, I mean, everyone go out there, donate blood if you're all eligible.
Right. I think we busted a really big myth now. Any other myths or misconceptions that you like to break, Tenny?
Yeah, I have one. Some people think only Korean can donate blood in Korea, but that's not true. If you live in Korea for over 1 year and you have proof of your address, and you are welcome to donate. And you also need to speak Korean or have someone to help with translation. That's because safety is very important. It's not because it is not about where you're from, but it's about keeping donors and patients safe.
Okay, some very great piece of information for our international viewers. Now, to listen to what they think, we asked our viewers about their thoughts on blood donation through a poll on our Arirang News YouTube channel. If we look at the poll results, 42% said that they are not eligible to donate their blood, followed by 24% they're scared of needles, 22% answered they have donated blood before, while 12% said that they have no access. All right, so ending off our discussion today, as we mark once again World Blood Donor Day tomorrow, we're going to wrap up with a reminder of why donating blood matters and why, that is, if you're eligible, it might be one of the most meaningful things that you can do.
Exactly. People who donate blood regularly are said to have a lower risk of heart disease and stroke.
Oh.
It is believed that the regular removal of excess iron from the blood through donation helps improve blood flow, which may contribute to these health benefits. And also, I'd like to mention just one more thing. Doing this episode made me kind of think, if we can come up with a system, the Red Cross, Korea Red Cross can come up with a system where the blood we donate, if we can find out who we actually helped,
and create that connection and tie.
The connection, and knowing that, oh, I actually helped this kind of person, and that person actually survived thanks to me or other donors, I think it will give that extra meaningful motivation as well, and for me to actually donate more in the future. And so it's just a quick suggestion that if we can have that kind of connection and database, which I think will be very possible in such digitalized society, knowing who I actually helped, and being in touch with that person, and that person in turn can actually appreciate the donor, saying, thank you so much, you actually saved my life. I think that will just take it to another level.
Definitely, that's such a great suggestion. Now, Tinny, remind us once again why blood donation is so important.
I saw that one study, I remember that people who volunteer actually live longer life. You know, so helping others is also good for your own health and your wellness in your life and your happiness too. So I used to volunteer in my local library at the time to help the organizing some books in there. It wasn't a huge volunteer action, but I felt so good about it. So I think that's the joy of the volunteering. And I think the blood donation is just like that. So it's good for your mind and good for your health too as well. And you can also save someone's life. So it's kind of win-win situation. So that's why I think we should give it a try.
Right. The beauty of volunteering. And also, I would like to add that people live when you give blood. Now, before we go, today marks my final day as host of News Generation. It's been a true privilege to greet you every morning for the past year and a month. Now, I have to admit, not every day was perfect. Some mornings were indeed tough, but every single one was a valuable lesson. I've grown through this experience not just as reporter and a host, but as a person. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the incredible team behind this show, our editors, producers, screenwriters, technicians, and graphic designers who make this live broadcast possible each morning. And to our brilliant panelists, I'm pretty sure some of you might be watching. Thank you for your honesty, your energy, and for bearing with me even on the messier days. And thank you to you, Kyun and Chenin. And most of all, I want to thank you, our viewers. Your support and encouragement have meant the world to me. Now, I'm returning to the field and will be reporting as the presidential office correspondent, and News Generation will be in the great hands of my colleague, Lee Soo-jin. I sincerely hope you'll show her the same love and support you've shown me. And that's all we have for this episode of News Generation, but News Gen will be back next Monday at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks to 이쪽 Park Ki-eun.
Thank you and great job, Eugene.
Thank you so much for helping me out. And also Cherin Kim.
Yeah, thank you and celebrate.
Thank you. And for one last time to our viewers, thank you so much for watching and hope you have a wonderful, great weekend. We are
News Generation.